What's up, my dudes? We're back at it again, like always. So we're gonna start getting this header mocked up and move the radiator because of the space issue. So let's just hop right into it. But on a side note, did y'all hear that cam when I came in? Yo, these, if you saw the end of the last video, there was a small snippet of doing some pulls and a dig. Bro, this thing, these cams woke this thing up. Like, if you're building an engine, cams are a must, like, period. Like the CTR cams, yeah, they were great. They revved pretty good. They made pretty good power for being a 1.7, but there's nothing like a set of aftermarket cams. Can't go wrong. So I just pulled the car in and I'm gonna let it cool down for a little bit, and just let everything cool down so I'm not fucking with hot shit. And then I'm gonna jack it up, pull the exhaust, and start trying to figure out a way to move the radiator. I think I might have to cut a piece of the foot off on this side of the stock radiator mounting and just move it over so the radiator has somewhere to sit, and then I need to make a bracket to hold it. That's my evaluation anyways. We'll see more when we dig into it. So alright guys, it's been about 35-40 minutes. Car's cooled down enough I can handle the radiator and the header, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna get under. I'm gonna jack the car up. I'm gonna take off the ITR header, and then we can start looking at what we have to do with the radiator. Because, so let me look at this header real quick. So you see how from the ports it comes straight out. Yeah, it's great for flow and all, but for spacing in a CRX, you can already see the problem. Gonna touch the radiator. So that's why we have to figure out how we're going to relocate the radiator for fitment purpose. So like, I was thinking, take off the top mount, unbolt one of these feet, this foot right here, cut it off, and move it over. That way we can have the radiator sit like this, kind of like in this corner almost, to try and free up some space just so the radiator and the header don't touch. And I already see another issue when I'm going to put the header in. There's no space. I'm not dropping that arm. I'm probably gonna have to just remove the T-bracket, pull it out or away to slip the header in, and then bolt it all back up. That's crazy, but yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna get a car in the air and then take the existing header off, and then see what we gotta do to slide the radiator over. Alright guys, here's where the problems come into place. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to drain the coolant and just remove the radiator and then get it in afterwards. But I'm gonna have to resize the hoses a little bit to try and get it over here. Even over here, I don't know if I'll have enough space. So I'm tucked in right next to the radiator. I mean, right next to the battery, right? And I'm like this, I don't know if this is gonna work. Definitely gonna have to do something. I don't know what to do, to be honest. So I'm gonna think up with something real quick, and then catch back up and see what has to happen, basically. Alright, well, I want to drain the coolant and get the radiator out, and then that way we can at least test fit the header. So that means taking out the rad support, and dropping the header down in just to see fitment wise what it's going to look like, how the T-bracket will fit back up, and then we can work on trying to figure out something with the radiator. I do not want the radiator touching the header, so this may be an issue, but we'll see what happens. Gonna get the radiator drain and we'll pick back up. Alright, now with that out the way, we can go ahead and get the rad support out. See if I can even like mock up this radiator. See if it'll fit down inside here. Real quick before we put it on, I'm gonna do a size comparison. So I'm gonna have to hold it because it won't stand on its own, but just looking at the size difference between these two. Now this is the issue that I'm trying to fight right now. So ITR header comes right down and these come right out, so trying to battle that and see where the hell that's gonna end up. It does look a little taller, so this may be lower to the ground. Most of these aftermarket B series headers are made to fit the LS, the GSR, and the B20 because they have taller deck heights. So the B16 and B17 have some issues with fitment, only being that the headers are a little bit like closer to the ground because they're made to fit all the blocks, which they have to fit the taller block or else they won't fit. They have to fit the taller block. Like if they only fit the shorter blocks like the B16 and B17s, they wouldn't fit the taller block. So they have to make them like this for a reason. But all right, let's see if we can put this bad boy in there. Motherfucker. Looks like the bumper's coming off then. Alright, so we got the front support, front bumper off, T-bracket out. Now, let's try again and see if this manifold will fit. Well, it looks like this thing's gonna hang significantly lower. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Alright, so it's lower than the oil pan. Even the Megaphone is lower. That's interesting. Well, it's for power, so fuck it. Now we just need to get the radiator to fit, and we'll be good. It's like where can this thing go that I don't have to take it out to put the header in? Let's say the radiator was right there. I don't know if I'd be able to take that in and out with it in place. Let's see if I can take it out. Because I'm worried about that because I'm going to be changing this at the dyno. And I don't want to drain the coolant and take the radiator out to change it. I might have to come back another day for it. That might be what the move is. But so say the rad is in that spot. Let me see if I can. Oh, yeah, I can get it out. I can even get it in. Bet. I bet. Now I just need to find a way to keep my radiator here. Well, if the radiator's there, I'm gonna have to notch because it won't let me go into place. Bolt it down, but the header doesn't touch, so that's good. So I'd have to notch it just to fit. Probably. You guys can see, so like that's those holes are lined up. These would be, but they gotta go back that much. And touching here, so I probably have to cut, like, just notch this. Try to keep away from my notching the tag, but notch a little square here or an angle. Boop, so the radiator can fit. And so right now my radiator is, oh shit, it is touching my battery, and I don't want that because I don't want the battery to heat up. It's not good for the battery, so I'm probably gonna have to just do something. Slide it back, move it to the fucking back, I don't fucking know. Something. But as long as I have to put some foam or something in between there so it doesn't rattle. But it looks like it would probably stay there. What is this? Oh, you see that? The foot right here is between the lower support and the fucking traction bar. So it's not really going anywhere. I don't even have to mount it. I bet. I just gotta keep it from rattling. So I'm probably gonna have to put some foam between here, between this side, and then I'm just gonna have to cut the hose a little and cut the bottom hose a little bit as well, so it has decent flow. But that looks good, dude. What do you guys think? ITR header or this one? I mean, of course, we're just gonna go with whatever one makes power, so I'm not too worried about it, but I literally need to put this thing on the ground. I need to see how close that's gonna be, because that's probably super close. Yeah, I don't have to be careful where I go, and I'm not even low. Well, all right, let me try and get some. I'm going to notch this rad support. Get a marker real quick. All right. Hopefully there's nothing on the other side that I'm cutting. Let's take a look. I should be good. So that edge up top there only comes to like right where that piece is, and I don't think, if I cut into that piece, it's not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to go ahead and notch that now. All right, let's go see if it fits. Listen, I didn't come over far enough. I'm gonna come over a little bit more, and I'm just gonna cut this right off here. Call it a day. I don't have a sander, so I was just trying to get the edges from being too sharp, which I might have to use a file for, but all right. Try number 2. See if it fits. Nice. Perfect. That's perfect. That fits perfect. Like, it's not gonna touch. It's not gonna interfere. Alright, so the header fits well. It is kind of low to the ground, so we'll have to see what it looks like whenever it's actually like down and on the car when we're at the dyno, because I'm not gonna run it until then. I went to the store and I picked up this sponge window seal so that I can where the header sits, it's gonna rub and touch on stuff, so I'm gonna put it between places that it's gonna touch so that I can keep it from vibrating and rubbing through stuff. But I got it marked up where those 2 white lines will be the center, because that's where the center of the foot was whenever it was sitting in between here. So what I'm gonna do is cut off or drill out this foot and just weld it right here, and see if we can get this going. So I'm gonna pull the header, pull the rad, and cut that arm off or drill it out to see if I can just spot weld it back over on this side. So I don't know how well y'all can see, but there's I think 2 or 4 spot welds, and I'm gonna try and drill those out. There might be 5 actually. I'm gonna see what I can do about drilling those out, and then just tacking it over in place over here, just so that it works in the same spots. So that's what we can do. Alright, let's see if we can get a pry bar and pry that joint off. See if a big flathead works real quick. I think there's 2 more on the bottom. There's a total of 5. Now we should be able to just knock it off, kinda. Might have to use some force. So I drilled the holes out to 1/4 inch, a little bigger. It's coming out, it's just hella difficult. There we go. Little by little. Looks like we almost got it off. Boom. Yeah, there were 5 spot welds. These 2 and these 3 up top. I'm gonna get this thing kind of straightened because I bent it a little bit. And then I'm gonna see where it's gonna need to go to get welded here. And weld that bitch in place. So this is gonna work great. Utilize all parts. Alright, so I took the existing mount that I removed from that side, and I had to chop the middle section out so it would sit flat, and then I just cleaned up some of the edges. So I'm gonna bring the welder over, set this in place, and tack it on the edges, and then try and weld it up so it's firm and sturdy and ain't going nowhere. Now we got the welder set up. Let's get the tacking. Now, it's probably not the safest. I am wearing a jacket, but rubber gloves, shorts, fantastic. gonna massage it a little so that it conforms to the body a little bit better. I have to grab the other helmet. This one's not dimming enough. It's hurting my balls. Alright, let's just see if this one works any better. Way better. Put some light on the situation. This metal is so thin, it's kind of burning through, but it should hold. Yeah, it looks ugly. Well, it's better when you prep better, but I didn't prep shit, so fuck it. It's welding pretty well now. Looks like shit, but it'll do. Fucking sending it. Alright, look. We got our hole lined up perfectly where we needed it to be. I'm gonna mock up the radiator and connect the hoses and see how it looks. And we'll probably be done there. Bada boom, bada bing, we made room for the thing. Alright, so this is what we gotta do still. Get the hoses to fit. I'm going to chop this. This is the factory location that would be up here, and I'm going to still use it right here. I have to put some like rubber stuff inside here so it doesn't rub, and then also I have to cut the hood for the cap because, well, that's just what's gonna happen. And yeah, fucking send it. VIS hood, we're gonna cut it. It's cool. So I'm gonna get these hoses cut, lined up, show you the custom fit after this goes on, and then once the hoses are in, pull this header out, put the old header back on, and then cut the hood, and we should be ready to rock. Alright, I can't remember where we left off, but I made up a new bracket. We'll go right down over here, drill the hole, so that should fit up fine. Only thing I gotta do is spray paint the welds that I made there, spray paint where I cut the rivets, drilled out the rivets there, and then I have to cut the hood so that the cap fits, because obviously we have a fitment issue now. So I'm gonna get this painted up. I'm gonna paint the welds, get this on, get the hoses cut the hood, and then we'll catch back up. All right, guys, we got it all back together with the ITR header. We're gonna put the Megaphone header on when it's time for the dyno, but to recap everything, we cut this. It doesn't look like I even needed to cut it, but relocated the foot to the other side so this thing has somewhere to sit. I cut the factory holder place, whatever thing here, and relocated it and bent it up so it would work here. So that works. I put some insulation on the battery side and the headlight side so it doesn't move or rattle. Cut the hoses so they fit the bottom lower hose too. I'm about to put some coolant in it. What else did I do? Oh, I had to cut the hood. This makes space for the radiator cap, and I'm gonna fill it up, and I gotta run the advanced auto because my existing overflow hose is too short now because we had to move the radiator. So once I get the hose, then we'll be perfect to drive it, do everything we want to do with it, and we'll be golden. So that's it for this video, guys. We're gonna try and get the exhaust made up soon. I'm about to take my buddy Aaron for a ride so you can hear the 9,800 RPM limit. He's excited. But yeah, that's all for this one, guys. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment. I'll check you on the next one.